realized as we looked around state government that this had never been done before. Nobody had ever, from a private sector standpoint, pulled together the resources like this to fix up an old place that was an old government office and to turn it into a show place. And so it's been really just a special time to watch how that has transformed over the last 7 years. I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest.
And I'm Alice Forrest.
And we are here in the historic Hawkins Hartness House, otherwise known as the office of the Lieutenant Governor. When we first walked into this place and saw what a mess that it was here, we knew that we had our work cut out for us, didn't we?
Yes. We looked around, we took a couple of pictures, and we said, well, we guess we know what we get to do.
So we immediately called out all of our friends and all of our favors from my past as an architect here in North Carolina, and people swung into action.
Oh, it was amazing. People donating not only their time and their sweat equity, but also helping us with products like new carpet that hadn't been replaced since, what,
the 1960s probably. And new furniture and paint on the walls and light fixtures, and you name it, this place has been transformed because of the goodness of so many people's hearts. And this is an old show place, 1882 mansion right here on Blunt Street in downtown Raleigh. And we knew that it wasn't just about this place at the time that we did this. This was about the entire street along Blunt Street. And when we moved in here, moved our office in here, I should say, the entire street was in disrepair. We had the opportunity to work with the state of North Carolina to help transform some of these magnificent old homes along Blunt Street. As an architect, we often say that a place has good bones. And Blunt Street was one of those places that really has great bones, but it needed a lot of tender love and care, and that's what's happening now along the street.
My name is Mark Radley. I work for Muter Construction. I'm very excited and proud to be here. I've got a great crew that's working on the roof and doing all the carpentry work here. As you can see behind me, they're setting up, this is a copper cutter. They're going to start installing the flat copper roof up top on the porch on the flat area. This whole main entrance right here was rotted away. We had to replace it also. I'm extremely excited about being on this project. The craftsmanship and the responsibility of the carpenters and the roofing team that are out here have a lot of passion for their work and what they're doing. So the great thing about this project is this house is a piece of history. It's always been a piece of history, and it needs to continue to be a piece of history. And the work that we're doing on this project will make the house last another 150 years. So it'll be preserved for future people to enjoy, future lieutenant governors, and the city of Raleigh and the state of North Carolina.
Well, hello, my name is Jorge and I'm with Custom Copper and Zinc. I am very honored to be in this project with Muter Construction. It is very important to us because we are excited about the revival of the techniques that we are using, the seaming techniques, European procedures to properly restore this building. It's just an honor to go out there and put our hands and work on every single piece. It is an honor, and we thank you for the opportunity you give us to prove that we are here and we care for this heritage.
I think my favorite part is opening the place up. So we did all the work and we made it beautiful again. But when you come here, you really have a really strong feeling that you know you're elected to a position to represent a state for a specific amount of time. And you want to be really good with that time and the resources that you have during that. So we were really excited to make it beautiful again and open it up, and not only work really hard here on behalf of the state, but also to open it up. So we've hosted lots of open houses, Christmas parties where the public's been invited. We've also hosted it for also
Henry Clay Day.
Henry Clay Day.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of fun opening it and using it on behalf of the people of the state.
And for the first time, really in the history of the Hawkins Hartness House or the Lieutenant Governor, probably any agency in North Carolina, other people in the public and outside of the government were able to come and enjoy this place. And nobody's ever done anything like this before. This was a first for us, and it was a first probably for state government as well. It's just been a gift to be able to give back in that way.
I've enjoyed it.
You've enjoyed it. I know you have.
I've enjoyed it.
I know you have.
My name is Frances George, and I have the great privilege and honor of serving as the historian and docent here at this house. In 2012, Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest was elected, having never held political office and actually an architect by trade, who was a co-owner of his own architectural firm. Being an architect, he knew people. And so what did he do? He got on the phone, and $500,000 later, in private gifts and in private manpower hours, the Lieutenant Governor himself actually was seen up here painting the walls of this house to restore it to at least some of its former glory. You can look around this house and realize this is the best of the past. This is not the sunset of North Carolina. This is the morning. And so the house has come back around full circle. It was a home for a family. It was a home for two different families. And then it was a home for state government offices. And now it's a place where North Carolinians can come and see and learn.
So I stepped into this role as Lieutenant Governor, and as an architect, we had this opportunity to fix up this place and to turn it into something different. And we also realized that we had an opportunity to create a bit of a legacy here, a legacy for future Lieutenant Governors. We were able to do something that previous Lieutenant Governors just weren't able to do. It's my background and my expertise and my relationships that allowed us to do these things, but other Lieutenant Governors didn't have that opportunity. So we made the choice all the way back then to say, you know what, we want to pass this on to future Lieutenant Governors. We want to pass it on for generation after generation to say that there's a place called the Lieutenant Governor's Office, the Hawkins Hartness House, that will be a show place for Lieutenant Governors well into the future.